Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Woo. Walk it like I talk it. Hey, walk 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 it.
Can we talk? Welcome to Live with Vicky P Talk Show, a new way of networking. Hi, welcome. Yes, another live with Vicky P. Today is Monday, and I'm super excited to be here as usual. But tonight I have a very special guest. I do super excited. I had him on one day last week. He was one of the cast members of Southern Soul Sundays. I have the one and only Mr. Big Yayo. I'm super excited. So you guys, I'm going to bring him on, let him introduce himself, and we're going to get this party started. It's the vibe, you guys. It's a vibe. Hey, Big Yayo, how are you?
Hey, love, how's it going?
I'm excited as usual. What you up to?
Well, I was in the recording studio, and unfortunately, all the lights on the block went out. So I had to come out. So I apologize for my setup this evening. You know, I normally like to show out, but hey, I had to make it happen. I had to make it happen for you.
Yeah, you did. And the lighting is great. I can see you. They can see
okay.
You.
Yeah, at least they can see the beard. So, okay, we're good.
We got you, the white going on and everything.
Okay, I got you.
Because you're here. That's what you made it happen.
I had to make it happen for Vicky P. You know how we have to do it, Vicky.
And I appreciate you. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm a little country boy out of Goodman, Mississippi. Most people know me by Big Yayo. My mom calls me Chris Stuffer. So, you know, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and by way of Southern Soul Sunday, actor now. So, you know, we kind of do everything across the board here.
You're just a jack of all trades, right?
Hey, that's what they say.
So, what did you start first? Producing, singing, all of it, or what?
Yeah, I started producing first. That's kind of always been my love. I did a lot of different records for a lot of different people way before. I really, you know, I didn't grow up singing in the church or any of that type of stuff. I was just a producer. I didn't play in the church, but my mom would keep me in the church, and she would buy me a lot of equipment. So I had drum sets, guitars, you know, just anything you can imagine from early on. I've got some baby pictures. I might have been 4 or 5 years old. I've got guitars, several different guitars then. So I've always been around music. So production was what I started doing first.
Okay. So you was little. And
little.
When you were in high school, you had a mentor. Well, he was a band director or music director, Robert Johnson.
Yeah, Robert Johnson. That's him. We call him Mr. J. He was a very intricate. Other than my mom, he was like the only other person that really guided me, talked to me, you know, let me goof off because I lived in the band hall. You know, I don't even know what the other part of the school looked like. So we stayed in the band hall. Matter of fact, I met him. I think my elementary school only goes up to 8th grade, and I met him. I think I might have been 7th grade at the time, and because they had brought the high school band down to perform for a May Day program. So I told him, I went up to him. I said, "Hey, my name is me, and as soon as I get to high school, I'm coming straight to see you." Because we didn't have any kind of musical programs in my elementary, not choir, not anything. So, so true to form. The first day I jumped off the bus at high school, I didn't go to homeroom. I didn't go to assembly. I went straight to the band house. I'm here. Here I am. Let's do it.
How you said it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. What we talking about? In true to form, he laughed and said, "Get your butt on over there to class." But instantly I became, I used to write songs for the band, simple song transpose and stuff. We had dance squads. I was over there, just show band. I mean, he really put a lot of time into me. So, he was definitely intricate.
So could you play instruments?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started playing piano early. I was taking lessons, and I just wasn't structured enough to continue with the lessons. So when I got to high school, my first instrument was the saxophone. So I learned how to play most of the brass, saxophone, trombones. I ended up, my last instrument was I played the tuba or the sousaphone. So of course we messed around with drums, and that's when he pulled me to the side and said, "Look, you're gonna be in here goofing off. I'm gonna show you how to do it the right way." So he had a piano that he used to write out the music for the band. And the very first song I was able to do for the band, simple song, was "Push It" by Salt and Pepper. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was me. That was my and a one and a two. And here we go. It don't. Push it. You know.
Era. Yeah, that's my era.
You know. We did that song and we played Brass Monkey because I played the saxophone on Brass Monkey. Brass Monkey, pump, 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 pump. There you go. That funky monkey.
I always thought the saxophone was like one of the hardest things to play.
It wasn't. It's got a discipline like everything. Once you get your embouchure right, just learning how to control that. You learn it because saxophone, clarinets, and the good thing about it, they kind of all kind of go the same. Yeah. And we even had you ever saw one of the big old baritone saxophone, the big ones, about big as you.
Yeah, I was in the band.
Yeah, all the same fingering. So it wasn't hard for me. That's first thing I learned how to play trombones, doing the slide. Now trumpet was hard. Trumpet was hard because you had to, push that air through that little bit. You had to all day long. You got that little mouthpiece. I can't do all that. I couldn't do it then. I can do it now. Side
now,
note. Anyway,
I played the trombone, and I just remember. I think everybody in my family played the trombone from. I think I was trying to play it. Me, my sister, I think my cousins, I think my daughter, and I just remember the thing about the trombone. I remember when I first tried, I was like, it'll go like if you don't fix your mouth like the. Then I was like, when I got it, we were playing Salt and Pepper too. Push it.
See, that's what I'm saying. There was brass songs, and my partner, he was bad on the trombone. I mean, he could work that slide and really, So I think, trombone is like an exciting instrument to me. I follow a guy. I don't know if you heard of him. I want to say he's a Louisiana native. His name is Trombone Shorty. And he really does a lot of stuff. He's amazing, So I'm still that band culture. My band director still sends me clips every other day of this band and that band and this situation and that. So we still have a really good relationship to this day.
Have you ever put on like a Battle of the Band show?
No, I haven't, but I am planning. Since he retired, I would really, and if he's looking, it's probably the first time he's going to hear about it. Over the past 2 years, I've been looking at putting together the Robert Johnson Invitational Battle of the Bands back in my hometown to bring in a lot of high school talent and, just let them see where they are, where you can end up, because I am a true product of coming through a marching band system.
I know. Yeah. And back in the day, like the marching band used to be like, what's it? Like if you're in the marching band. And then what was it, competition band?
Mm-hmm. Competition band.
Yeah, that's when you used to go on them trips.
But see, one thing about Mr. Johnson, we went on trips anyway. He used to take us to Mardi Gras. I'm telling you, we were just a little, we might not have been a 30-piece band, and he's got us at Mardi Gras, New Orleans, the Gulf Coast, Bogalusa. He really took a lot of time and exposed us to that. Yeah, so it really, that's where a lot of my love for the music came from.
Well, shout out to him. Shout out
Shout
to
out to
Mr.
Mr. J.
Johnson.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Mr. J. Doggone right.
So, what is your explanation of music? Everybody have different meanings. What is your meaning? What is music to you?
Music to me, well, first of all, is something that I would do for free if I wasn't getting paid for. Music has become, when you just look at it as a whole, it's something that it's a language. It's a translatable language. You don't have to speak the language. Even when you look at the James Brown movie, when he was doing the monologue, talking about it's a drum, everything's a drum, and does it feel good? It's one of the few languages, aside from love, that you can get the total understanding just by how you feel about it. Nobody has to explain what love feels like. It is. And that's what I look at music as being. It's something that's very, very intricate to most people, regardless of background, culture, age, anything. Like Jay Brown said, if it feels good, it is good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, and it's relatable in every situation. I
don't think it's anything from anybody that music doesn't fit a piece of the soundtrack of their lives. I just don't know anybody that I've ever met. Some people don't, read books. Some people don't do certain things, but I don't think there's anybody I know that I've ever met that music didn't dictate something in their lives.
Yeah, and it will help you get through a lot of things, but it'll also help you still be sad, depending on what type of music that you listening to.
My favorite artist in the whole world is, you cannot be on no kind of suicide watch listening to her. Sade is my favorite artist in the entire world, and she will have you jumping off several bridges at all times on every song. And I think she's the baddest that's ever done it. But if you feel in some kind of way, do not listen to no damn Sade. Please. This is my public service announcement on the Vicky P Show. Hey, y'all, you feeling some kind of way? Don't you listen to no damn Sade. It's going to be OVR for you. For real.
Y'all heard it. Big Yayo said it. Now y'all better listen. Then Sade, let's say in the Southern Soul genre, who is your favorite male Southern Soul artist? I mean, of course, other than yourself, who else?
It's kind of hard to say, because I don't look at this genre. I do understand the genre of Southern Soul, but I look at it from like a older perspective. I've been in this a long time. I've been actually in the Southern Soul business for over 28 years. I've been in it longer than probably most people. I was actually here, having conversation with Tyrone Davis. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Well, I'm not from Jackson, but I've lived in Jackson, Mississippi for so long, and we've got one of the biggest independent record labels, which is Malaco Records. So I was able just to see a lot of people. So when you say that, I tell you, the person that really started tapping into my style, or my style derives from them, was Benny Lattimore, Hot Butter Soul by Isaac Hayes, because I love the way they talked in a record. Marvin Cease was one of the greatest. I would remember being 14 years old, and we used to build a big speaker box and put them on your back seat back then. I had a pair of 15 subs in a Chrysler LeBaron at 14, running up and down the road going, uh, 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 you know what I'm saying? Because I just love how these guys tell stories. Right now, to this day, everybody on this feed, if they hear, well, blah, blah, it finally happened, everybody knows and they get active. Those are the cats that, them cats are bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hands down, and there's a lot of bad cats out here now. When I say I'm seeing a revival of like going back to music, I know a lot of people talk about King George and this, that, but this guy is really taking this thing and straightening it out. He really is. And I'm not no bandwagon type person, but I appreciate the culture and I appreciate those that, dedicate themselves to the culture. Because even with the new song, man, I heard that this over once again. That song will make you sad. And that's how you know it is a major song. Because it's playing with your emotion. It's pulling
Yeah.
on your emotion.
Yeah.
That's the one record. This man is saying, hey, it ain't you, it's me. You don't hear nobody saying that no more. And this guy, I know he's younger than I am. I've met him once, a great guy. But I just appreciate his music. Not the bad
Yeah.
one, I think he really has what it takes. He's done every tempo of music, even his funny, little weight don't bother me. Excellent records. I mean, excellent records. So
Number one.
when it,
Yeah.
and everything he does, he seems to have this Midas touch. I've had time to, I've spent time with people like Tucker James. Tucker really is the king of swing. The very first time I experienced him, I didn't know anything about him. And I was down on the other side of Natchez, Mississippi, in a little town called Vidalia, right across the bridge. And this was a big warehouse type club. And I didn't know anything about no Tucker. Ooh, Tucker, you know. Man, I got over there in Vidalia. Vicky P, is you listening to me?
I'm listening.
I went over to Vidalia, and that boy went, and everybody thugs, roaches, rats, mamas, daddies, cousins, uncles, and they stayed on the floor for an hour. And that was back then. I always mess with him when I see him. I say, the man with 10,000 hits. And he always looked at me. He looked at me back and say, 10,001. You know what I'm saying? These are cats that are innovating this thing. Because I consider myself an ambassador for it. True enough, I'm an artist, but I've been around. I've seen a lot of different seasons. So I've got a lot of different perspectives, more so than, you don't know anybody till you've seen them in their seasons.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of seasons. And it's just some people that are out there that they just impress me. Arthur Young is another person.
Ooh.
He impresses me.
Yeah.
He's a writer. He tells the story of the common man. That is a major thing. You look at American history, what you think Westerns were, and bluegrass and blues and country music, they're telling the story of the common man.
Mm-hmm.
And he does it well.
Great job.
He does it well. His soundtrack fits any kind of gathering. That's an amazing thing. So it's hard for me to say who I like. I like a little bit of something from everybody.
And that's true. That what you just said is so true, because I like a little bit of something from everybody. Because like you said, out there now, I mean, they are getting it. You hear me? From
Absolutely.
King of Swing, King George, Arthur Young. I just love to see Arthur Young just make his presence on the stage. When he first come out and had those boots, I absolutely love it. And all of them have their own way of singing.
Yeah.
Own way of singing. And it's amazing. I do. So as far as with the females, it's some bad females out there now.
It's absolutely some bad females. And the thing about it, it's a lot of females. I would say that are better than most of these men. Just being honest, because perfect example. Today I was talking to Veronica Reyes, and people don't know this girl is classically trained. She's a pianist. She's an excellent vocalist. She's an excellent entertainer. People like that. Cicely Wilburn. Come on, man.
What?
Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
You better stop.
Y'all stop playing with me, man.
You better stop.
Big P ain't talking to you no more. I ain't
Huh?
talking to you no more.
You
Because you
better
playing with me.
listen.
I'm not talking to you no more, Big P.
And don't forget, you got Jason A.
You got Jason A. West. Let me tell you something. Jason A. We went on a trip to North Carolina. We was in the back of the plane, and it was our plane. Everybody was in our conversation. I went to Jamaica last year with West Love, and she is truly the party starter. She loves what she does, and the people love her. That's the one thing about it. You can be who you want to be, but we are in this business to be receptacles. You know, it don't make no difference how good you are. If the people don't like you or don't respect you or don't fool with you, you ain't hitting on nothing. That's just how it is.
Right.
We're in the people business. You know, what we're selling is a good time, a good feeling, bad times. You know what I'm saying? But that's just one person. I see how people, you know, love on her. Yeah, they gravitate, and that's the stuff I like to see. Because I'm that kind of person. People tend to gravitate toward me. Because long after you don't like a Yayo song, prayerfully you are like Yayo, the person. So that's something Bobby Rush always taught me. And look at him, 90 years old, still getting Grammys. So I'm gonna follow what I know worked.
What you better say?
What you said?
You listen. You better say it. You let them keep on standing back there at the back of the bus like they don't know. But you just said a mouthful. You're going to keep on to what you know. Now, Yayo, I'm going to ask you this. Okay. Describe yourself in one word.
Nice.
And I can believe that.
I pride myself on being nice to everybody. It's very important to me that I'm nice first. Whatever you do for me, everybody starts with me with 100. So whatever you do to me, that's you and your credit rating. But I strive to be nice to everybody I meet, no matter what kind of walk of life, color, shape, you know, economic status. I just want to be nice because you never know what somebody's going through. And I've been through. And that one word, you know, help me get to tomorrow. So that's my mission. I strive to be the nice guy.
And you know, with fans, you know, you may have that one fan just been having it. It just every time you turn around, something is going on. But they got that last $50 that they said, I'm gonna spend this $50 and I'm going to see Big Yayo. I'm going to see Cicely Wilburn. The last $50, but they chose to take that $50 and go see you guys. And then if you're not nice,
you ruined it. You ruined it. I've had somebody I never, and that's why when you hear me, I don't have fans. You all hear me talk about Country Ken, and I'll explain that a little later. What that kind of my mindset for doing that. But I met a young lady. Her name is Pamela. These people, I remember them. You know, I remember these people, and we were up in Tunica, Mississippi, in the hallway, getting ready to go to the show. She stopped me, and full transparency, she's Caucasian. She stopped me and said, "You're Big Yayo." I said, "Yeah." We're talking. I'm a hugger anyway, so I'm always, you know, come on in here. And she stopped me. She said, "You know why I'm here? I had to see you. My small grandbaby, I can't remember the age, so I won't pretend to, died young. He couldn't have been older than 6 or 7 years old. You know, no, definitely no older than 10. He died, and his favorite song was Cowgirl. And I just had to go in his memory. I had to go and see you, to meet you and tell you that. And imagine her toting that from wherever she came from, highways and byways, that she came to do that, and I was a butthole. You know what I'm saying? So I believe in being a good steward of God's blessings. So that's, in one word, nice.
Because that is a blessing, to be a blessing. Because like I said, you know, somebody may have spent their last $50 or $60 and spent $100 getting to the event place. You know, spent
and then I'm a butthole. And then I'm a butthole. You can't
Yeah.
you can't do it. And me and Pam are friends today. I mean, she checks in with me at least bi-weekly. These are long lasting. That's why my situation is like cousins, because I am here to listen. I try to be the first one there and the last one to leave. I want everybody that wants to touch on me, love on me, to get that opportunity,
Mm.
because I don't know the next time we may. I was with a good dear friend of mine, Slim. We do a lot of shows together here in Mississippi. We were at a party. When I tell you, we were having a ball. And he had one of the nicest relatives, cousins. We all loved her. Everybody loved her. And that next day, she died in a car accident. So we got the pictures from tonight, and then tomorrow, those pictures are invalid because she's no longer with us anymore. So I say this to say, anybody out there that's listening to this, it don't cost nothing to be nice. It don't cost nothing to be nice. There's $0 amount. You can't see it on the NASDAQ, on the stock market. Nice is not on there. So it don't have no value other than to how other people perceive. So y'all get y'all some nice in your life.
I'm trying to tell you, put a little bit of nice in that soup, cause all
It'll
that
work.
black pepper and onion powder and all, and then you ain't got no nice up in there, child. But
You know what you got to cook with love anyway. So if you ain't cook
you
with
got
love, you got to cook with
yes,
love anyway.
yes,
Come on,
because
man.
when you making your music, you making your music with love. You
With
making
love,
your music with love. And when I hear music, the first thing I'm thinking of when I hear a particular song, and if I'm listening to that song automatically, I don't care what I'm doing. I can be cooking, I can be ironing. Yeah, y'all still do iron. I can be doing anything. But if I hear a song and I stop and I'm like, wait a minute, and I go back and I play it 10 times, that's it. That's a hit.
that's a
And I'm
hit.
gonna keep it on repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, and it's so many people out here in Southern Soul that have so many good songs. I mean,
Absolutely.
literally good songs. So what do you think music, no, what do you think Southern Soul, how do you think it would, what do you think it would be like in 5 years, 5, 10 years?
Southern Soul in 5 10 years, I think there's going to be a lot of solicitation for it to become part of the mainstream cycle. Like I said, I've been in it for 28 years, and the biggest problem with Southern Soul is it's not a recognized genre. It is a genre. We understand it, but for the mainstream machine, until you can get a title, it's kind of hard to get in. You can't go and get a Grammy for being a Southern Soul artist, no matter how good you are, because it's not.
Uh, mm-hmm,
It's not a category. So
mm-hmm.
that's one of the main things. But just like Philip was talking about, since I'll say the digital migration, because it used to be a time where I lived a time before internet. So a lot of people, I tell my kids that, they're like, what? Yeah,
Yeah,
I lived in a time before
me
there was
too.
an internet.
Mm-hmm.
So everything we had to do was snail mail. It was, we physically had to go and see people. When you were marketing a record, you had to print them up, take them to where you wanted them to be. Right now, I'm in the studio right now waiting on these lights to come back on, uh, doing a song, and the minute I finish it, I can send it out to the world at no cost. So that helped us in Southern Soul, because now we're doing it ourselves. I'm independent and I make a very, very lucrative living just from being there. I don't have to seek for record deals. So not only economically is it empowering us, socially it's being recognized, because that's why you see, you know, come on, man, Cubic got Walmart commercials. Big P,
Hmm.
get off my phone and stop
You
playing with me.
better
I told you about playing with
you
me.
you better stop and go on. That's what I'm
You
trying to tell you.
you better get off my phone.
Uh,
I say unto
man,
you,
you
I say
better
unto you. You
go
get what I'm
ahead.
saying? So
Yes.
these people are out here making, you can't deny it. And for the people that are listening, they like it. Snoop likes what King George is doing.
Loves it.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't the first one. Plies likes. Eric Badu is doing. These people are sitting back looking at us. And if you look at any new sounding R&B. It sounds
Yes,
like
like
Southern Soul.
Southern
If Johnny
Soul.
Taylor put out a record, Johnny Gill puts out a record, if Keith Sweat puts out a record, it's going to have those indentations of that hint. Because to be honest, Southern Soul is the new R&B for adults.
You better
When you
say
look at, and I love all these artists, but when you think about a Chris Brown, that's a fusion between R&B and hip hop. It's going the other way. When you look at Southern Soul, it's R&B forward. It's R&B soul. We're going back to the LTDs and the Confunctions and the Midnight Stars. Because we're still doing bands, people that are in this, either you are an entertainer or you are a super vocalist. One is not necessarily more important. It's all, but that's how it was. You know what I'm saying? Some of the biggest records in the world have been from these people that entertain. They didn't just walk up across the stage and no slick dissing to anybody, because I appreciate all genres. But we've got something really special, and it's really becoming recognized and notarized. I saw something on my Facebook came across and said, while everybody would, and they were speaking on, Beyonce doing the country music stuff. So, of course, anytime B do anything, people are going to follow that wave. So they were like, well, everybody's jumping over the country and listening because Beyonce does. And the author of the post said, well, you all should do yourselves a favor and start looking at what they're calling Southern Soul that's coming out of these southern states. They said it's going to be the next big thing the minute us Northerners start listening.
Yes.
And it is. You look at places, things like the Blues Are Right tour, it's going into different territories now. It used to just, follow the chilling circuit. Now they're, the Chicago's or Detroit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised they Wyoming's next, because the love for the music is everywhere. So everything is happening all at once. So in 5 years, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
And it's funny that you said that, because I can't remember. I was interviewing somebody and they told me they was either going to Idaho or somewhere to do a concert. I was like, well, what's in Idaho? And they was like, that's what I was floored.
Us, because think about it, we're everywhere. It's just a lot of times the distance is what kills the effort. I'm here in Jackson, Mississippi, and it takes a lot of effort, a lot of money to get to Idaho. So when the right situation, and then in Idaho, it takes a lot for them to reach out and pull us up there.
Right.
They want the authentic ones, but they don't necessarily know enough. So there's an educational piece that's going on now. With the internet, they're able to see exactly what a Yayo does. I get so many people because I'm the king of the iron horse. When it comes to this trail ride and really riding these four-wheelers and doing that, that's me. That's what I do. That's aside from making the music that group of people enjoy, I live the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's what I spend the majority of my money. I'm big trucks, big trailers, big pool. So I live that lifestyle. I live that. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? So, when you hear about that big ride coming to your city, you better come down here, baby. I'm going to show y'all something.
I'm trying to meet me and Tom. We come. Hold on. We come.
Y'all you got to come. You got to come.
Yeah, we got to. We coming.
Yeah, and even with that, but what we're creating, the big ride is the first ATV trail ride with a circus atmosphere. The same way the Soul Circus comes around, the same way, the Ringling Brothers comes around, the State Fair comes around. That's what the big ride is. The big ride is based on people that like that culture, that live it. We add entertainment, we add light, sound, we add the food element. So it's just like a traveling fair based around ATVs and that culture. It doesn't necessarily, you don't have to have, a four-wheeler to participate.
Right.
Because there's the trail rider groups element. They're going, man, it's nothing better when you see 5,000 people all line dancing together all night long.
Yes.
It's an
Yes.
amazing thing. And ever since I was exposed uh, uh, to that culture, it was something we always. I'm from Goodman, Yeah, I'm a country boy. Boots wasn't nothing new to me, and people ain't like they just happened 10 years ago. But this is what we do, and I just make music, and now I make the cultural festival because that's what it is. The Big Ride is a cultural festival that
Wow.
celebrates that. So we travel all across right now the southeastern states, uh, and with our cultural festival.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That's awesome.
Hmm.
That's major.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's major.
So in 5 years we're gonna be all right.
And that's and that was part of the reason why I'm not going to say that I totally switched from businesses to Southern Soul artists. um it just happened that way. You know what I'm saying? Like I was interviewing businesses and I was doing live interviews, and then I got married and I moved to Alabama. So, like you said, the running back and forth, it wasn't working. Like it was not working. So then that's when a promoter reached out to me and he was like, I like what you're doing. When I have my concerts, if you want to come in, interview the artist, started doing that. I liked it. So my sister felt like, listen, you need to do this online. Because, like you said, it's not a lot of podcasts out there, and it's not, and it's advertisement. People don't understand it's advertisement, it's promotion,
Hmm.
it's helping everybody. So that's how I switched over to Southern Soul artists, because I feel like you in the next 5 years is gonna be just taking over, taking
Well,
over.
you got to think about it. We knew what it felt like before hip hop. There wasn't
Right.
hip hop when I was first born. So I've seen the writing on the wall and how it started. Russell Simmons and them was in New York. They were doing shows. All of a sudden, yeah, think about it. I look at it every day when I'm out doing shows, how all of us artists are, what I'm saying, communing together, just being in that same circuit. Then all of a sudden, this one takes off. Then that one takes off. Then when enough start taking off, here comes the industry because they want all this new thing. Southern Soul is the last thing to be discovered. Hip hop is discovered. Alternative, when you start thinking about people like Nirvana and coming out of that Seattle music, country music has been around, traditional blues has been around. Everything else has had its day in the sun, except
Right.
us. And you
Right.
can't think of anything else. I can't think of anything else after us, unless you're just sitting around doing the ham bone on your chest or something like that. But we're the
Right.
last thing to be discovered. And when they really discover it, we already have our real estate. It's going to be hard for them to come in and take it because so many people have the real estate. And if they want it, they got to pay for it, i.e., $30 million to get cash money a deal. You keep your master's deal that Master P got when he started. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be so lucrative because we already have the fan base. It don't make no difference if we're going to Madison Square Garden. Spring Fling is putting 30,000 people in a field.
Mm-hmm.
It matters
Mm.
not. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
Right.
So,
Right.
it's never been a better time. I am tickled pink about what's going on. I'm tickled over here. Girl, I tell you, I'm so tickled, I'm tickled.
Did you hear him? He said he's Uncle Pete.
I'm tickled pink over here now. You hear me?
You a fool. Oh my goodness. Let me get my glasses right, child. Get it together,
Man,
because this is a fool right here.
a whole fool. Understand me. Believe me later on in the future.
Oh Lord. How do you balance your life with all of this? How do you balance home time, studio time, performing time? How do you balance?
I have a wonderful person on my side that helps me balance. I have somebody that, for one, believes in us as a unit and believes in me as an artist. And I mean, sometimes I had to tell her, pump your brakes. No, she's more dedicated to what we're doing as a, and that helps me because I don't have those stressors when I'm out on the road. She had to, early on in our relationship, she had to explain to my dumb self the difference in, let me say it right, checking on me than checking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm checking on you to make sure you're okay.
That's right.
I'm not checking up on you. It's a difference.
It's
I'm
two
not trying
different
to
things.
meter your steps. Two different things.
Two different things.
And once she educated me on that, my big self calmed down because I'm independent. I'm like such a, I was cooking my own food, washing my own clothes, cooking my own dinner, all that. Don't be checking up on me, woman. But she had to explain that, and once that happened, and I say that to say, if you get your house together,
yes,
this is easy.
Yes,
this is
yes.
easy. I've got a timekeeper. Hey, you need to do this. Most of the time when you see my podcast, she's sitting right there keeping me on deck. When it comes to my businesses, she's our businesses. She's keeping, the thing, because I'm the big dreamer. I got the big ideas. I know how to do that. But you have to have a detailed, goal-orientated person to bring all that stuff in the way it makes sense.
Yes.
And that's how I balance it all. I don't do it alone.
Oh, I understand. Well, I salute her. Yes, because it is a difference between checking in and checking on. It is a difference. Mm-hmm. It's most definitely a difference. And if you don't have that home balance, all of that other stuff will not work.
It's horrible.
It will.
I've seen it. I've seen people, because that's always been my conversation. Hey, man, make sure you're still straight at the house. Man, these people out here on this road pulling their hair out, worrying about stuff. I used to be a truck driver. So I've always been away from home. So I understand those issues. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no solid foundation when your mind is all over the place. For whatever, when their mind is all over the place, because you won't do what it takes to ease their mind. I just really think that was my responsibility. I had to do what I needed to do to ease my home's mind, even with the kids. They understand what we do. We've got a wonderful blended family. I mean, it's just, hey, anything is subject to change, but right now, that's what's keeping everything together.
That's right. I agree with you. I'm so glad to hear that, because it is so true. You have to keep everything balanced. And as a truck driver, my husband's a truck driver. But the funny part is, I own trucks and my sister owned trucks like in 2013, 2014. So we knew the life of a truck driver.
Right.
How they get stuck out or how they can't come home. They may have planned to come home. So so when me and him, but he drives locally, but I understand the life of a truck driver, and he understands the life of my podcast. If I tell him, babe, we got such and such schedule, and if he feel like he don't want to go, he's gonna check on me.
And ain't nothing wrong with that.
That you better believe it. I want you to check on me.
Johnny Taylor said when she stopped asking,
it's a problem.
Vicky, get off my phone. Get all the way off my phone.
I cannot fool with you. I thoroughly enjoyed this interview. You definitely got to come back. And you a fool.
And gonna be that way tomorrow too.
You a fool. Do you do comedy?
I do not. I ain't no joke.
I ain't no joke.
But that's the thing. This is my mission. This is what I want. I want people to feel good. I don't want anything. You don't owe me nothing. Nobody's. And people know me. People that know me know me. This is what it should be about. This is that emotion we talked about at the beginning of the conversation. When you can translate that the way we're translating it now, everybody has their nuances. Yours might be through the podcast. That good feeling that we're having right now, I try to put it on the ball and put it in my music.
Yes.
So when people hear it, That's what it's about. So that's what that's my challenge to everybody. Do something that evokes emotion, preferably favorable emotion. But if not, still let it evoke some emotion. And that's what really I see as being artists. So you ask me about the favorite artist, it's those that evoke emotions.
Oh wow, you are amazing. What
I
name
appreciate it.
a couple of events you have coming up pretty soon?
Uh, pretty soon, of course, I'm going to Natchez, Mississippi this Saturday. For my girl Crystal Shorter, she does this. She's the queen of Natchez, and every time she touches down there, it's just phenomenal. Please, if I'm misquoting it, charge to my head, not to my heart. But somebody told me it's already sold out, so that's always a
Oh
good
wow.
thing. So it's already sold out. It's in the Natchez Auditorium, so it's a big building that's sold out. It always is. So that's happening this Saturday. The next thing up is the Big Ride, that cultural
Mhm,
fair that I was speaking about. Uh,
mhm.
it's going on in Prentice, Mississippi. So we're expecting about 5,000 people to that.
Woo.
Then we're moving over to Hogan's Valley in Alabama on March the 30th. So we're
Where is
taking
that?
the big rap. It is in what is the town name? It is I always mess the town name up, but I'm gonna put it in this chat. And it's all over my page. It's
What's the name of
uh
it?
it's
Hogansville?
Hogan's Valley. That's the name of the facility.
Oh,
Where and let's see, if Miranda was here, she would be sending me sheets of paper saying that's where it is. So I'm out of my element right now. I'm an idiot when I'm checking around.
what?
I don't know
That's
what's
okay.
going on.
You get it to me in time because I
Right.
told you I'm in Alabama.
Yeah.
Anything I can try
Ma-
to come, I will come.
March 30th, we're over there with my girl, Miss Brown, Sugar Tony Brown.
Yes,
She's
love.
a wonderful person. So it's in her area, but it's just another example of how the big ride moves around. So we're taking a
Mm-hmm.
big ride over there. So we're gonna have a really big turnout, and that's March the 30th. So that kind of
Mm-hmm.
completes our March. But we've got so many things. It's coming first April the 6th, I think, which is the first Saturday in April. I'll be at
Mm-hmm.
Spring Fling in Mobile. So if y'all ain't doing nothing, make sure
Yeah.
y'all come down there and we can cut up down there too. We cuss up everywhere we go. Dig it. We cuss up everywhere we go now. It's a whole thing now. Y'all don't understand. Y'all ain't, I'm on here with Vicky P today. I can just be
you, be-
myself.
you better tell them, yeah, y'all, because this is how we do it. It's a vibe. I tell people it's
It's
a
a vibe, baby. It's a
vibe all the time.
whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? We just talking issues, swallowing spit. That's all we doing on here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Listen, that's it. It's just a vibe. Come on here, have a good time. Let's talk business for a little while, then let's cut up for a little while. That's all
I've
it
had
is.
this has been, if not my number one interview I've had, this has been in my top three. So I appreciate you having me on here. And I do a lot of these, but when you got a vibe, it's hard to beat a vibe. It's
That's
hard
what
to
I'm
beat it.
trying to tell you. It's the vibe, y'all. That's how it is. What Big Yayo, if anybody want to book you,
Hmm.
how can they get in touch with you? If you I can write it down and put it in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, the easiest way, because I am my own manager, so you won't get all that pumping circumstances of jumping around. That's a band term. You know what I'm talking about, Vicky P. Vicky, get off my phone. Get on all the way off my phone right now. I demand it. Somebody get the manager. Somebody get the manager. Because Vicky P
Yeah,
got to get off my phone.
that's Tanya.
Some- Somebody please get the manager. Somebody send the manager out here to me because Vicky got to get off my phone.
With you. I cannot. I can sell listen, you need to go to comedy, honey.
No,
Cause
no, I ain't
yes,
joking. These
yes.
ain't jokes. This is real life, Vicky. This is real life,
Your
baby.
life is funny
Hey, this is what happens when you get your house in order, baby. You can smile.
all the time.
But yeah, but yeah, the easy way to get in touch with me is to call me directly. 601-624-1534. The easiest way to get in contact with me is just to go to the website. All my social sites are on there. So wherever you want to find me. And all you got to do is type in www.thebigyayo, that's BIGYAYO.com. And all my
Okay.
social sites are there. Good thing about the website, we do have a major merchandise company. You see stuff like this, the big ride gear that's selling off the shelves. I think we're gonna outdo the Donald Trump shoes. But anyway, that's another story. Get off my line, Vic. Don't look at me like that when I say stuff. I don't play that. Somebody get the manager. Somebody get the manager. Because Vicky think I'm playing with her.
I got to get me a merch so I can wear my merch, honey. Cause you are not with your look. I put your name on the screen with your phone number and everything, honey.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I got it up. That's fancy, huh?
That's fair, baby. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You see me typing over here. That's fancy, honey.
I can't do nothing about it. I'm
Well,
gonna stand
Big
over here in the
Yayo,
corner.
I really do appreciate you. Was just on here last week. You took the time out to be on here again. I really do appreciate it because this has been wonderful. You have made my night. And everybody else that's on here too. Everybody say hello. Taiwan, Ronald Shuford, Shavonna Adams, Al Davis.
Oh man. Hey, Al David got a hell of a song too.
He
Al, I
does.
think with that big white hat on, that's a hell of a song now. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna get on off your phone. But yes, sir. I saw that the other day, and I said, yes, Lord.
I saw it today.
Yeah.
Sky Watley, Jeremiah Brown.
Hey,
Charlie
it's some wonderful
Bond.
people on here. It's some wonderful
Charlie,
people. And you tell Sky Watley, he still ain't cuter than me. I don't care what nobody say. You make sure you type that in there. You want to type something, tell Sky.
Hold on. Sky, hold on.
Yayo said you still don't look better than him.
You still
and my beard longer than his.
Look better.
I say unto you.
And him. Hold on. Now I'm not a typist, but let me see. Let's put this on here.
He gonna say something back. That's my dog. Let me say something. That's my buddy, Shavonna Adams. When I tell you super talented.
She is very talented. Yeah.
Y'all don't understand, man. I mean, that girl, once again, in 5 years, we're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Really. We got some really, really good, talented people. Even like with Scott, people don't realize this guy has a whole journey. And I don't know if you've ever sit him down and interviewed him.
I did.
Oh, he can tell you some stuff. So these are all the people that I'm so fortunate to call my country kin.
Yes. As soon as I heard Sky's song, They Changed Me.
You can hang out every night.
Hey, come on now.
Hey, come on, Sky. Yeah, that way, Sky.
I told my sister, I said, listen, Sky Watley, we gotta get him on my show because and then his music he just keep going and going and going.
Because he's a grinder. He ain't just another pretty face. He gets out here and puts in the work. And this is what I know.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing nobody told me. One thing about it, I'm the ambassador of this stuff. So I sit around and watch everything. I watch the board. I watch what the moving pieces on the board, because that's just what I've done all my life. And I see these people making these honorable adjustments to their craft.
Yeah.
Keyword honorable. They ain't out here snaking nobody, faking and shaking. They're out here making honorable adjustments to better their craft. And these are the people I salute. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to have a favorite, because depending on what I'm looking at any given day, you my favorite today. And Vicky P, you my favorite today.
Today, I'm the favorite. Let me write this down.
You the favorite today.
Y'all heard him. As of today.
On this day.
I won't be the favorite tomorrow. But I'm the favorite today. That's all.
But this day?
But this day right here. Big Yayo, pick up your phone.
Get on my phone,
Get
Vicky.
off this phone.
Get off my phone. I love y'all. Thank you so much, Vicky.
And thank you. So don't be surprised if we be calling you back like in 6 months or whatever. Like you gotta come back.
I don't stop talking. I'm
You
ready.
don't stop talking. All right. Well, come on then.
They too short. I just don't stop.
And I appreciate your significant other because to put up with you,
she a superwoman. She got to be.
I bet her back stay her laughing at you.
But that's another story for another time.
Okay.
Get off my phone, Vicky. Get off my phone, Vicky.
You hang up first.
I love y'all. Thank you, Vicky.
Love you too. You have a good night, Big Yayo. All right. Bye-bye. Oh my God, you guys, that was so much fun. Oh, so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed Big Yayo. You guys, I'm telling y'all, he is so funny. So you guys got to go follow him, Big Yayo, listen to his music, go to his page. He has on his page, he has like a shop where hats, t-shirts, all of that good stuff. But you guys, this was awesome. And make sure you're on here Wednesday. I would definitely have P2K. And before, I'm just so excited. He just got my blood just boiling. He's so funny. But before I hang up, let me send a shout out to my sponsors, you guys. My sponsors are a Level Up Management Company, a Level Up Promotions, Bustin' Unlimited, The Boss Chicks of Augusta, Joker's Comedy on the Move, and Toast the Event Bar. And again, if you guys would love an interview with Live with Vicky P, let me put my email in here right quick. You know, I'm getting kind of fancy now, so I'm trying out all different things. So if you guys would like an interview with me, Live with Vicky P, check this out what I can do. Contact us at, well, contact my sister at Live with Vicky P at gmail.com. I'm getting so fancy now. Oh, I'm going to put this on the screen. I'm trying out all my new stuff, y'all. You see it? If you guys want an interview, reach out live with Vicky P at gmail.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Do not forget Wednesday, same time, same place. It's a whole vibe, and we will be vibing with P2K. See you Wednesday. Thank you.